Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing an expert speech on the opioid pill, oxycontin. It was created in 1996 by the pharmaceutical company named Purdue Pharmaceuticals, owned by the Sackler family. In 2017, Ohio sued Purdue Pharmaceuticals along with 4 major other companies, some of them you might recognize. Johnson & Johnson, which was their main competitor. Teva Pharmaceuticals, which is the main generic pill-making company in the whole entire world. CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart. Ohio won, along with many other states who filed lawsuits against these companies. The reason for these lawsuits is a very long story, and I'm going to shorten it up for you. Purdue Pharmaceuticals had politicians in their pocket. They had the FDA in their pocket, and they also paid scientific universities to doctor their data, to doctor their FDA reports, to tell the world that this pill was less than 1% addictive. The Sackler family, they pushed and pushed and pushed their drug reps, their sales reps, to go into rural communities and push these pills on doctors who had no training whatsoever for this type of opiate. They had no training, they had no knowledge, they had nothing. The communities where the overdoses were the highest are the communities where they pushed it the most. This is the reasoning for all these lawsuits. There was a CEO in the Sackler family, according to there's a few different websites I have for you, and I'll mention these at the end. But according to the Sackler family, the problem is the people. The problem were the criminals that were addicted to it. The problem was the areas that these pills were being distributed in. The problem wasn't them. It couldn't have been them, even though they are the ones who provided false information. Therefore, they are the ones who lost in court. I'm not an expert at pills or drugs or, oxycontins, but it has hit home to me in many, many, many ways. I've lost many of my family members to the pill oxycontin, so I have done my research. My mother got in a car accident in 1997. By 2006, the day before her 44th birthday, she was dead due to oxycontin overdose. Actually, it wasn't even an overdose. Her death report said that her organs failed. They just shut down at 43 years old. But her doctor had prescribed her over 380 milligram oxycontins a month. So I can do the math. So I just wanted to inform you guys that all these big drug companies, they do not have our best interests at heart. Johnson & Johnson, who was their main competitor, who we all know and trust, they were the second main pushers of this. Ridiculous, right? I look at Johnson & Johnson as a baby powder company. I think I don't want to use them anymore. There are so many controversies over addiction, and especially prescription pain pills. People feel as though they are prescribed to them, that it is okay. I just want to inform you guys of some real knowledge from real universities, real facts, that any amount of short-term use for opiates or for any other kind of drugs, opioids especially, even using it once, using it twice, using it 3 times, even though your doctor prescribed it to you, short-term use alters your dopamine level in your brain, which causes a chemical imbalance. What it does is, your brain does not produce enough dopamine, it slows it down. Therefore, it triggers the neurotransmitters into thinking you have to have more, you have to have more. Your body can't function. When your dopamine levels drop, then that's where your withdrawal symptoms come from. So even though they might have all these prescribed drugs out there, please everybody, if you can find another alternative, then do so. Purdue Pharmaceuticals, they took no responsibility whatsoever for this crisis. They sold 260 billion oxycontins in the second year that they were manufactured. They were saying that sales reps were fired, they were threatened, doctors were threatened for not pushing these. There is recorded facts from Stat News. Here is a quote from one of the Purdue CEOs. Too many prescriptions are being written. Too many patients are being prescribed oxycontin with no condition for it. Too many patients have been on it for too long. Too many doctors have the authority to write this prescription with no knowledge. Now we look at our doctors. Our doctors tend to be like family most of the time if you have a family doctor. If your doctor does not know anything about that drug, besides that it's supposed to be a magic pill because that's what they are told, I don't exactly put that on the doctors. What I do hold them responsible for is when they know it and they see it. You can tell an addicted person when you meet them, or if you know them and you're seeing them continuously. So, everybody have a good night, and that wraps up my speech. Thank you.